In Medjugorje, and I'm with Father.
Father Joseph Ucherewe, a priest of the Missionaries of St. Paul of Nigeria, MSB.
Wow, first time in Medjugorje for you, Father?
Yes, this is my first time. Yeah.
How is it for you to be here?
Beautiful, lovely. I mean, there's nothing in this world you could just see. You want to explain the feeling, how it is that Our Lady. Yeah, I did the cross, the top of the cross there. It was heavy on my leg the first day. I did it a day after I arrived, and it was so beautiful there. I had confession for someone. It's confession. I mean, he wasn't the same again after the experience. Then the day after that day, I did the apparition hill. Wonderful. Like, in fact, I just did that with a group now, praying the rosary, joyful mysteries, climbing up and coming back. It's wonderful place. People who haven't heard of Medjugorje, it's a lovely place. You just have to come and experience it for yourself, and you know, you'll be the one to tell the story. Confessions, something special, and everybody wants to get to heaven. And I tell you, when you come here, you just want to be there. Lovely.
Yeah, why do you want to be here? What is it for you, Medjugorje, personally?
Medjugorje is for Our Lady, the peace that you feel here, the peace.
Yeah?
Just the peace that you get. Just, you know, I have been on the summer helping out in the parishes in Ireland. And this time I took it as my retreat, just this 8 days here in Medjugorje. And before I go back again to continue my studies there in Rome. So it's beautiful here, loving. I'm loving Our Lady, the experience with Our Lady. The cross there, the resurrection.
The risen Christ.
The risen Christ. Yeah. Marvelous. There are stations of the cross around it, and we ended, you know, at the resurrection Christ, the risen Christ. Wonderful, wonderful experience. And I listen to people's confession, and they just, you know, you see them shed tears, and you're wondering what is going on in them. Our Lady certainly is doing something in them. They just love it. They want to keep coming, and I sit longer hours hearing confession, and thanks to God for the grace of the priesthood.
And what would you tell people who are scared of confession to go to a priest?
They have to go to confess. That's where the devil wants to keep people away from going to confession.
But they think you will tell somebody or something. What would you tell them as a priest?
No, there's the hope of secrecy. You know, we don't share what one, a penitent, has shared with us at confession with the other. If we do that, it's a sin against us as priests. Okay, so you don't need to be afraid. Every confession you go to, you are meeting Christ. It's not the priest himself you are meeting. You're there to receive absolution from the priest, and you go with a peace. I feel that personally when I go for confession myself, the peace that comes from God, not from any human person. So I encourage those who get scared of confession. You know, confession is one of the 5 stones here in Medjugorje. They have the 5 stones, the rosary, you know, that one is there. We have the Holy Mass. We have the Bible, the scripture, and then we have the confession. You know, so you have to get all these amends to get you to heaven. Heaven is our home. This earth is not our home. We are on, you know, on the journey of pilgrim people here on earth. So don't fail in getting yourself. You know, I want to get to heaven, and those around me, I want them to get to heaven. We go together. So we all need to be here in Medjugorje to experience this fantastic atmosphere of Our Lady. Peace. You don't find the police about. Everybody just loving. You see people, I'm walking around, people want blessing from me. You know, it just makes me feel the sense of my priesthood the more again, you know. So just come, and the story will be different from you, for you. And always.
And what would you tell people? Yeah, some people maybe think, oh, the priest knows what I did then, and what will he think of me when I go to confession? What would you tell the person?
What I'll tell you is, I don't see you, the person. You come in, you made your confession, you've gone, nothing more. It's a new person. It's just like God beginning with you all over again. So it's not, I can't even judge myself, okay? I can't judge myself. Not to talk of you judging another. It's a judgment is of God. So when you come, I mean, I'm a wounded healer, myself as a priest, and I'm there to bring people as priests to God. So you don't need to be scared. God's love, God's mercy is everlasting. I mean, there's a moment, the time of grace. So don't get scared of going to confession. Go and get healed, and you become one on fire to go bring other people, to this sacrament of grace, the sacrament of healing. Okay?
And what would you describe people? A lot of people don't know about God. Who is God the Father?
I said, those who don't think about God, I ask one question: where did you come from? Where do you come from? You didn't come from nowhere. You come from, a being. You came from God. And then when you have that consciousness, and then the fact that you are living on as one who have come from God, you are breathing air in and out. Where is the breath coming from? You can't tell. And then you see the trees, the mountains, and everything out. How do you explain this? The phenomenon of nature. They are from a being called God. So God is real, He's present. Just like the devil is real, is present, looking for people to get away from God. God is there to bring you to Him. And He's not going to force you, because He loves you so much. Because of that love He has for you, He's not going to force you. He leaves you in freedom so that you decide